Welcome back, Better Agents. Here in this video, we're going to be talking about how to use automation in your insurance agency without looking like a complete moron to your customers. Now, if you've been using automation for any period of time in your agency, it's likely you've run into a scenario where you've wanted to do some outreach, some communication to a certain segment of your book of business, perhaps those who have home insurance but no auto insurance. And your goal is to try to do some outreach, some communication with them to try to generate more quotes for auto insurance. So what do? You start the campaign in your CRM or your marketing platform, you send it out to everybody on your list, only to have customers respond minutes later to tell you,
Nick, I've had my auto insurance for the last 8 years. What's going on?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
It's those sort of mistakes that make insurance agents feel this small, and it's those sort of mistakes that keep a lot of insurance agents from fully implementing automation practices and techniques in their agency. Here in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the best practices, things that you should be considering when starting automation campaigns, and how to make automation work for you in your agency instead of hurting you and making you look incompetent to your customers. Now, it shouldn't be any revelation when I say that these types of responses from customers often happen when you have bad data. Bad data in your system is going to lead to bad automation happening. It's going to lead to communications going out to the wrong people at the wrong time, and it's really going to make you look like you're either automating everything or that you just don't know what you're doing. You need to make sure that the data you have in your CRM or your marketing platform is clean. My strong suggestion is to hire a virtual assistant, otherwise known as a VA, to go into your book of business, your marketing platform, your CRM, and to do an audit, to do a triple check, a quadruple check, whatever comes after quadruple check, to make sure that the data that you have is pristine. It is clean. You can eat off of it digitally. That's what you want to make sure that is happening in your platform. So you want to have your VA go to the contact record, line by line, customer by customer, every single person that you have in your marketing platform, your CRM, and then they need to match up the data in the carrier side. They need to go to John Smith's record on the CRM, and they need to go to John Smith's record on the carrier, and they need to make sure that everything is accurate, everything is up to date. If it's active there, it needs to be active here. If it's canceled there, it needs to be canceled here. This is going to be how you make sure you have clean data. It's not going to be 100%, but it's going to be 99.999999999% accurate, and that's all you can hope for. You want to make sure that you're minimizing and mitigating the chances for mistakes to happen, and that you're sending communications to the right people at the right time. A virtual assistant is going to help you because you don't have time to do these sort of deep dives and these audits. That takes weeks, hours, years. Hire a VA. Make this be the only responsibility they have. This is their sole job. And it could be one VA, it could be two VAs. You probably want to do this every quarter, every 6 months, at least once a year at the bare minimum. Have them go in, make sure that the data is accurate so that you're doing the right sort of automation campaigns to the right people. As your virtual assistant is doing data hygiene on your data, making it clean, this is the time you need to start establishing processes in your agency with your producers, with your CSRs, with you, to make sure that your practices and the things that you're doing in the agency are making the data stay clean. It's making it stay up to date. So you need to make sure you put the notes in there. You need to make sure that you're adding the prospects. You need to make sure that you are doing your due diligence to make the data clean. You need to do both of these things before you start really getting, deep into the automation weeds. Is make sure that the data you have is good, but make sure that your processes align with the data hygiene that you're trying to do, and it stays good. Here's the current problem with automation as I see it today in the insurance world, is we are automating things that have no value to our customers. It's those daylight savings emails that you're sending out that you consider that to be a real personal touch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
It's not a personal touch. Your customers don't care. They've got the same email from their home alarm company, from Uber Eats, from every company that they did business with in the last 10 years. They've got the same thing. It's not a personal touch or of any value to send communication to customers that they don't want. And that's what I see a lot of people utilizing automation for. And what happens is when you start sending emails out that nobody cares about, that doesn't bring any real value to customers or to prospects.
No, and I don't care.
The next thing that customer's gonna do, the first thing that the customer's gonna do is unsubscribe. And that's not where you want your customers to be. You wanna be delivering valuable information to them, things that are gonna help them in their day-to-day life or to achieve what it is that they're trying to achieve, to protect the things that they wanna protect. That's not what you wanna be doing. You don't wanna be sending out happy birthday emails and telegrams and thinking that's bringing real value. They got 100 notifications on Facebook telling them it was their birthday. Instead, you need to use automation for things that are gonna take the most amount of time that you can't do consistently, and you wanna use automation as a way to bring real value. Here's an excellent example that I can think of. You can start a free account or a paid account with a company called Ordermate, and you can automate gift delivery to your prospects or to your customers. Here's a classic use case. Let's say you're inside a Better Agency or any marketing platform automation for insurance, and you move people over to a particular stage. Maybe it's a working stage for the renewal, or maybe it's when the renewal first hits the system, letting you know that the policy is going to renew in the next 45 days. How cool would it be to use automation to send that customer 2 9-volt batteries for their home? Whether or not they do insurance with you or not on home insurance, you're sending them 2 9-volt batteries and you're telling them, hey, you want to make sure you get these replaced in your smoke alarms because it could prevent a claim from happening or a fire from happening. Or how about you automate the delivery of a Starbucks gift card every time a Google review happens? Or how about you automate something during the claims process? You're bringing real things of value to people in the moment where they're most likely to want to receive it or find value from it. This is how automation should work. You should be using automation as a means to deliver real value. And by doing this, you're not going to look like an idiot. You're going to look like a hero, a champion to your customers. Here's another classic problem I'm seeing with insurance agents when it comes to automation is they try to automate everything. Everything needs to be automated to some folks. And I think that is a mistake. You don't need to automate every little thing. You should be automating the things that take too much time for you to do consistently. That's how automation should work. I know agents who want to automate every little task, every little port of communication, every little workflow. And I think that there's a place for some of that. But at the end of the day, I hate to be the one that breaks this news to you, but somebody's gonna have to do some actual work and actually make sure things are going through. You can't automate the relationship. You can't automate the whole process. There's gonna have to be some part where you as the agent are bringing value to the relationship in a real tangible way that automation can't touch. You can't necessarily scale. You need to think about things that you can do that don't scale. Automation should handle all the other stuff, but there are gonna be things as an agent, as a protector, as an advocate, as an educator, as a defender for your prospects and clients that you just can't automate away, and you're gonna have to jump into that relationship a little bit. You're gonna have to roll up the sleeves, you're gonna have to get a little dirty, and you're gonna have to do some of that. I think automation can be great. I think more agents need to utilize automation, but you need to be utilizing automation in a way that makes more sense for you, your staff, and your customers. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Also, if you'd like to see a quick little walkthrough of how you can use Ordermate.io to automate certain tasks in Better Agency, stay tuned. That's gonna be at the end of this video. I'm gonna show you that kind of little product tour, and you can start utilizing that inside a Better Agency or really any automation platform if it works, and you can get going with that today. I'll see you guys again on the next video. Hey, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. As promised, I wanted to do a quick little walkthrough of Ordermate.io. Ordermate is a platform that allows you to automatically buy things on Amazon or Walmart.com and send them out to people who might be in your CRM or your AMS. All you need in order to make this work is you need a CRM or an AMS that's connected to Zapier, and you need an Amazon account. If you have that, as well as a Zapier account, you can automate the process of sending things off to people, whether they're coming up for renewal, they had a claim, they were closed new business, they sent a referral, whatever it is that you deem necessary or appropriate to send a gift to somebody, you can use Ordermate to do that for you so that you don't have to touch it. All you're gonna wanna do is go to Ordermate.io. Quickly, I'll just show you the pricing here. They have 2 different ways of doing this. You can do a free account, which gives you 3 orders a month, or you can do a paid account, which is $29 a month. It's like $2 or $3 for every order after that, depending on what you do. And so it's not that expensive. It can add up quick. So you want to quickly determine what it is that you want to send and what qualifies for getting a gift. But I've already set up my account and I already have this set up, but you're going to come in here and it does a really quick, easy walkthrough of how to authorize your Amazon account and how to go through that process. It takes about 5 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. but you can go over to orders and you can add different orders. Now I've added this 9-volt battery that I can send to people when they're coming up for renewal. Now I'm going to show you how to do this in Better Agency to make it really simple, but this will work in any platform as long as you have the Zapier set up in that platform. So in Better Agency, I want to create a Zap for anybody that hits the completed stage of my renewal. I'm in my renewal pipeline, and when things get moved over, whether it's via Ivans or whether I move them over manually, I want that automation to fire. You can do this on any pipeline stage that you want. It doesn't really matter. So if they've had an increase, you can send it. If it's in the working phase, you can send it. If it just hits the renewal pipeline, you can send it. But for the sake of this illustration, I'm going to show you how to create it for those who hit the completed stage. I'm going to go to Zapier. I'm going to create a Zap. I'm going to search for Better Agency. And then I'm going to choose the event. And for me, this is going to be anybody who has a renewal pipeline stage move. I'm going to specify what the stage is that I want it to be in. I'm going to quickly select my account. And I'm going to go through the process here in Zapier. So the pipeline stage that I want it to be in is completed. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to test the trigger. It's going to pull the data as long as this is there. And you're going to see it's going to pull dummy data, and that's great. That's the test. Next, I want to do Ordermate. And for this, I'm going to choose the event of create an order. It's the only thing that I can do. I'm going to choose the account. And then I'm going to make the action. The action or the automation is the one that I created. It's sending the batteries. So anytime someone goes over to that stage of completed, it's going to send them 4 9-volt batteries. You can send anything. It could be a Starbucks gift card. It could be movie tickets. It could be whatever you want. I'm going to hit continue. And that's it. After I hit test and continue, it's going to say, do you want to turn this on? Which I'm going to just show you here. And very simple. Now, I'm not going to turn on this app because I don't want to send this over. This is just our demo account, but this gives you a really good idea of automation that's valuable to people. This is stuff that people want. They don't want your happy birthday email. They don't want the daylight savings email or text message. They want a real relationship with somebody that's going to provide value to the relationship. This is how you do it. And this is great for customers. It's great for prospects. It doesn't matter if they have their home insured with you or not. It doesn't matter if they are homeowners or not. This is a great example. You could just send stuff to them. You might want to pick things that are maybe a little bit more universal depending on the line of business. But there are things, whether it's dash cams, movie tickets, Starbucks gift cards, iTunes gift cards, anything that you can order on Amazon, which is just about everything, you can automatically send and it can automatically bill for it. And it's good. You just want to determine what's valuable, what constitutes this gift so that it doesn't, you don't run up a huge bill with Amazon. But that's going to be something that you want to determine and focus on. And this is a great example of how to make automation valuable for your people.